Hello and welcome to the Federal. Today we have with us Mr. Sasikanth Senthil, former IAS officer who quit his job to join Congress in 2019. He headed the Congress war room during the Karnataka elections, where the party eventually emerged victorious. He is with us today to discuss the 5-state assembly elections touted as the semi-finals before the 2024 parliament elections. Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana, and Mizoram will go to polls on different days from November 7 to 30, and votes will be counted for the 5 states on December 3. Mr. Sasikanth is currently in Rajasthan working for the elections. Welcome, sir.
Well, hello, ma'am.
Sir, my first question, basically the Karnataka election results were very important, but it was, for me, I thought it was particularly important for kind of proving that BJP is not entirely invincible. You were part of the war room there. What are your first thoughts on the upcoming 5-state elections?
Every election is very different, madam, and a lot of things depend on an assembly election. So I think all the 5 elections are different. But at the same time, I also wanted to point out that this is an election being conducted for the people of the state to determine their own state government, and it is not a Modi election as it is always projected to be. And Karnataka elections proved that in a very comprehensive way that the whole aura or the fake aura which had been created earlier is no more a reality in India.
Okay. Sir, do you think the Congress is now more equipped than when compared to 2019, is more equipped, better position to take on the BJP?
I would say that it was less equipped then, but certainly a huge organizational boost has come inside the Congress. And that was majorly because of the Bharat Jodo Yatra taken out by Sri Rahul Gandhi. And a lot of Karyakartas who were not very politically active have become active in the recent times. And also, I would say this election is not only about Congress, it is also about a lot of civil society, the people who love the constitution of this country, the people who love the idea of India. They are all joining hands, even in a state election, to defeat BJP. So that's a huge plus. I would say it's Congress plus elections in all these states.
Okay. So you were part of Karnataka state elections. Do you think the results will kind of have an impact or influence the elections in other 5 states? There is a perception that it has a greater impact on Telangana. So what are your thoughts on?
Yeah, see, of course, Karnataka election is a very unique one, and it has boosted largely the idea that power cannot overcome people's will. So the Prime Minister Modi in Karnataka did 24 rallies and tried to woo the people his side, and it was very easily broken by the people of Karnataka.
So coming to the 5-state election, sitting from where I am, I'm from Tamil Nadu. The way I see it, I think the Congress, for example, in Chhattisgarh, the Chief Minister is talking about a war for the pride of the soil. So is Congress adopting different strategies for different states, taking into consideration the local issues and regional pride kind of things?
No, this is not Congress taking. This is a pattern which has been in the recent times a very troublesome pattern for all the states. Every state is in a real big problem with BJP at the center because they don't believe in federal systems. They don't understand federal ideas. So they don't want, when they talk about Congress Mukt Bharat, they actually are talking about a Bharat without states, that which will have one big leader, one presidential system, where there will be only one face. In fact, every state will have to fight for their existence. So I feel, it is not a political ploy, but an existential crisis for the states. So not only Congress, every party will take that as the primary plank to gather its voters against the BJP. I would give you a very small example. The one pattern that I've been consistently seeing is that BJP is out to destroy the local leadership. In Karnataka, they removed Yediyurappa and Ishwarappa, who have been senior leaders of the party, chief ministers, deputy chief ministers, because Modi found them slightly more authoritative than him. Similar is the case with Vasudhara in Rajasthan, who is the obvious CM face. She has been sidelined and some ABCD is being projected. So I feel in with this regime, every state will have to take up that issue and fight for their existence.
Okay. Sir, what about, I think the biggest thing that is currently happening is a promise of a caste census. What do you think will be the impact of caste census, especially in North Indian states?
It should be, isn't it obvious, when Modi himself is presented himself as the OBCs, the patron of OBCs, the representative of OBCs, then he's also seen as an OBC leader. That's how he's been positioning himself. Now we are asking a simple question that what has happened to the OBCs of this country? To start with, let's have a simple question of how many OBCs are actually there. Now, our question here is, why is Modi so against the caste census? Why does he not want the OBCs to be counted? What is wrong in counting them? Who is going to have a problem by counting the OBCs and SC/STs of this country? And it's very obvious. It is the group of people who have been occupying positions of power in this country for a long time. Isn't it obvious? So I am sure people will see through this angle, and his jumla of this Hindu society is not going to work this time, because people are going to ask this question: why are you against caste census? So he has been giving various, reasons that Congress is trying to divide people in caste and stuff like that. All that Congress have always done in their principles and ideology is to unite people. They never try to divide people. But that doesn't come with denying caste. Caste is a reality in this country, and if you have to do anything for the caste, you have to. Anybody who understands a little bit of theory of justice would know that we have to do affirmative actions to the underprivileged, whoever have been oppressed for a long time. So here is the simple question: who is Modi trying to protect? Who is he worried about when the OBCs of this country and the SC/STs of this country are asking a simple census to count their numbers?
So that brings me to the next question. You spoke about the Hindu society. Madhya Pradesh is an important state, but Shivraj Chauhan has been a chief minister for a long time. There are many issues. There is anti-incumbency, but the BJP is hoping to bank on its Hindutva ideology. Do you think it will kind of help BJP to come back to power, or how would Congress tackle this in Madhya Pradesh?
Now, Congress, has only one method all over the country, that we talk about the idea of India, which is a diverse India with social justice. So we don't have an answer to that propaganda, but we will only make people realize that one should not go into this kind of political jumlas. This is only done for the benefit of one particular party or one particular person, and not for the society. If you take Madhya Pradesh, for instance, there is a huge anti-incumbency on the government. This time, though, I think people are going to see through the whole thing. And let me also remind you, Madhya Pradesh government is not the one which people gave mandate to. It came through a lot of deceit. So this time people will, first of all, I think, take vengeance for subverting their mandate. Secondly, for the incompetent governance which has been given by this party. And thirdly, people will see through all these jumlas. They'll realize that this is not what their protector or anything. These people are out to destroy the idea of India.
Okay. Mizoram is, I mean, it's a small state, but I think Manipur issue has kind of added significance to elections that's happening in Mizoram. I would like you to comment on.
Yeah, isn't it very obvious? Again, another very obvious thing. Manipur has been burning for months together, and here we have a CM who's on the break, on the on the drop of a hat, concerned about Israel, Palestine, and whatnot, and not one bit about Manipur. He has still not gone to that state. So yesterday, Sri Rahul Gandhi had a road show in Manipur, and it was a huge hit. It was people showed a lot of love and affection for him as they showed in the Itter Bharat Jodo Yatra. And I think they get it. They understand what is going to become of them if we go behind this Pied Piper, who is the Prime Minister right now. So I think people have realized that this is not going to work out. And Manipur is going to be overwhelmingly pro-Congress this time.
Mizoram.
Yeah, Mizoram, sorry. Mizoram.
Sir, and in states like Telangana, where I think Congress is giving a tough competition to BRS there, sidelining the BJP, and in Chhattisgarh, the party Congress is battling on welfare schemes. How is it kind of tangible, viable to deliver these schemes? What is the game plan of Congress in these states where it speaks about welfare schemes?
See, again, Congress, Telangana is a very special case because, Congress was very instrumental in the formation of Telangana.
Yeah.
But it was hijacked. The whole narrative was hijacked by the TRS or BRS. So we need to remind people of what Congress is all about, and there is a huge anti-incumbency in terms of corruption on this government, in the Chandrasekhar Rao government. He has never been a steady player. He has always tried to move from one place to another, one coalition to another. So I think Congress will be highlighting all these people's issues, and whatever welfare schemes they have talked about are schemes only in paper, and people of Telangana will give an answer to that this time.
Okay, so Rajasthan, where you've been working now, I basically wanted to find, to learn something about your work, find something about your work, but I also wanted to know, it seems very interesting. There is no talk about factionalism recently. Do you think the issue is dead, or it might come to life after some time? What's happening there, sir, in Rajasthan?
No, I think that idea that both Gelotji and Pilotji are not in good terms is not politically as significant as it was projected to be. Okay, so now it's of course we are moving towards an election as Congress people. We've all come together to fight to make sure BJP doesn't enter this time also around in Rajasthan. There's a very united front put up. And in fact, to talk about welfare schemes, Rajasthan is a very good example where you will find no anti-incumbency on the government at all. Yeah, there is anti-incumbency on individual MLAs and individual people, but as you will see that even it's surprising for me also that everybody has a good word on Mr. Gelot's work. The kind of statute they have brought, the kind of schemes they have brought, it's very revolutionary, I would say. They are giving a 25 lakh insurance cover for any health related issue, I think, which is for every other state to emulate. So it's a huge welfare government that Gelot has put up. So as Congress people, we are also coming together very well, and everything will depend on how the tickets are given. And if we give the right tickets to the right people, I think we are cruising in Rajasthan.
Okay. Yeah, you spoke about how popular Ashok Gehlot is as chief minister is formidable. But as you pointed out, there are anti-incumbency factor operating against several MLAs. Wouldn't that affect the party's prospects?
Yeah, so if the party responds to those calls by the people and change the candidate, and give them a good candidate who is in their imagination, I think it should not be an issue.
Okay.
That's why I said it. Everything will depend on how the party responds to the people's calls on the ground.
So are you heading the war room in Rajasthan as well?
Yeah, I'm heading over. Why is that?
Okay. So finally, I wanted to ask about what do you think about the five state elections really a semi-final, as a section of media tends to say, about semi-finals towards national elections in 2024 parliamentary elections? Or what kind of impact will the results have in the general elections in 2024?
I think, yeah, it will set the mood for the elections, and I wouldn't say that this is exact indicator of the national elections, but it will certainly set the mood and certainly kind of project where people are looking at. At the same time, I should also say I see a very clear mandate for the idea of India. It is not for the Congress, but for the idea of India. People have decided all across India, no matter where they come from, which political party they believe. They have many BJP people also have people who have been always voting BJP. I have resolved this time to let them go because they understand it's not going to help them in any way. So I think people have already decided in a large context. That is why you could see these coalitions happening. You see these wonderful civil societies coming around. So BJP has only its cutter people and RSS around them, and even the slightly well-meaning people who have been supporting them for various other reasons, I don't think are going to support this time. And 24 election, I also feel, is a kind of foregone conclusion where people from various groups, various societies are going to join hands to fight the BJP.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.